Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My name is Kumawe Tarinemi. You are welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. And we must make progress, we must move forward. For it is compulsory, it is our duty to do so. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast, under the auspices of Radio Biafra London. I will advise that you welcome somebody by your side and try to ensure that you share this message, share this gospel, so that this message will be able to get to everyone on the surface of the earth as much as it is within your power to do so. We must continue. It is very important. Today, what we are going to be handling is mind-blowing, and it is important that each and every one of us follow suit. Ensure you're not listening alone. Ensure you are not listening alone is very important. Ensure somebody somewhere is as well listening, just as you are listening. Share this broadcast as much as possible. We must pray and commit everything that we do to the hands of Elohim, for he is our guide and he is our defense. Let us pray. Tamara Nanawe Gonomokirimo Temeda Woyengi, we worship you. For there is no one else like you. We worship you. We worship you because you are the one that is our defense. You are our guide. You are our light in the midst of darkness. You are the wisdom in which we thrive with. We worship you. And we dedicate our land, the land of Biafra, every now and then that we worship. Lord, we pray for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even though he is in the midst of woes, we ask that you keep him safe and sound, even as you kept Daniel in the Holy Scriptures, even while he's in the midst of lions. Lord, we ask that irrespective of the torture, physical and emotional torture, or whatever harm the zoo tried to do to our leader, he will remain strong, he will remain focused, never drifting, never giving up. Stand by him as you have always done. And this moment we pray for the members of the Eastern Security Network all over Biafra land, doing what they can and doing what they should to protect our land from invading terror, to protect our land from all those that desire to exterminate us and extinguish us from the surface of the earth. Elohim, we pray for all of our members and all lovers of freedom all over the world, and everyone that is putting their all and doing all that is necessary to ensure that Biafra is restored. Lord, we ask that you continue to guide and protect them and give them everything that they need in life, so that they will be focused, so their attention will not be drifted, even as they commit themselves to the restoration of Biafra. All those that have separated themselves to tell truth at all times, Lord, we ask that you continue to furnish these ones with truth, and you will continue to help these ones to meet up at all times. And for those that expose our land to destruction, that expose our people to their death, may they meet their Waterloo, may they meet their own death, even in the hands of those that they expose our people to. Let the terrorists that expose our land to swallow them. For Abuja that have been their succor, that they have all run to, let them all be destroyed in the same place that they have taken confidence in while exposing our land to danger. All these we pray in the name of Tamara, Ayiba, Chukokika Biama, Abasi, Ogene, Elohim, Ise. More power. Good morning once again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending on where you're listening to us from. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. My name is Kumawe Tarinemi, and you are welcome. You are welcome. Today we are going to be handling a topic that I title, No Hope for Abuja. There is no hope for Abuja. No hope. Abuja Yes, we're back. We're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know they will always try, as they always do, to try to shut us up, try to shut us out. But no matter what, no matter how much they try, they will never succeed. So we must continue. And as I was saying that after the zoo shifted the position, of her capital from Lagos, which is locally known by the local people as Eko, after it was shifted from Lagos to Abuja in fear of toppling of the government, because, Lagos is a coastal city. And because Lagos is a coastal city, one of the attacks, the Dimka coup that was plotted, was done from the water. Okay, it was done from the water. They entered through Ikorodu. And from there is a kind of a mini seaport at Ikorodu. So the military of Dinka, under Dinka command, entered from that Ikorodu and invaded IBB. And after IBB survived that attack, after all, Dinka was actually trying to save the zoo, just as this man is trying to do now. Just as Peter Obi is trying to save the zoo, he wants to save the zoo. Dimka was trying to save the zoo from Fulani oppression. Dinka was trying to save the zoo. But many people then didn't even understand what Dimka was doing. Many people have tried to save the zoo, but you cannot save the zoo. And by the time Dinka thought he had gotten everything and he was spilling out the whole truth, the foolish ones ganged up against him and brought back IBB. His own people, the same people that took his command and worked with him, the same people worked against him, and that became his end. So because of all that, they started planning to move the capital to Abuja, which they did. So ever since they moved the capital to Abuja, they've not had such threats until now. So why did I say that there is no hope for Abuja? The same zoo, the same person in APC right now that wants to become vice president of the zoo, he was governor of Zamfara State. And the same person that was governor of Zamfara State was the one that started championing all these Boko Haram ideology. All these ideologies came from that man's ideology. Sharia. We must have Sharia laws. He started the ideology. Sharia this, Sharia that, Islam this. The ideologies of radical Islamism started with the same man when he was governor. Now, Tinubu has gone to bring him up to become vice president. Those are the terrorists that actually groomed these terrorists. You know, when BBC did what they did their documentary against IPOB media activists, when BBC did all they did, told lies and all of that, trying to exonerate the zoo, we came here on radio and exposed them, and we asked BBC, the North is being ravaged, terrorism everywhere, what have you done? What documentary have you done in the North to expose what is going on in the North? What documentary have you done? We exposed BBC for hiding the atrocities of the zoo and pretending that all is well. We exposed them. And because of that exposure, BBC went to work. Now they've done a documentary on banditry and all that. And because they dared to do a documentary on banditry, the zoo that couldn't do anything about the banditry, about terrorism, that could not stop terrorism, that has spreaded into the whole of the North, in fact, into the whole of the zoo right now. And they are pushing hard to Biafra land. But because of ESN, we are pushing them back. They're everywhere. In Yoruba land, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Even in Biafra land, they are. But we are battling them. ESN is doing a great work battling these terrorists daily, pushing them back to where they came from. So, because BBC dared, because they dared to do a documentary and ask people, they went to these bandits, as they call them, but these are just terrorists. These are offshoots of Boko Haram and ISIS, or ISIS West Africa, ISWAP, ISIS West African Province. These All these people they call bandits, bandits. You know, when they do all these things, what BBC was trying to tell us, like what some zoo government officials are trying to tell us, is that the bandits are not terrorists. The bandits just want to make money. What are the bandits making money for? Are they making money to go and spend in hotels? Of course not. The bandits are not just there to make money. From the documentary, you will discover that the bandits are making money to buy more weapons. Why would they be making money to buy more weapons? They just want to make money. Of course not. It's not just to make money. They have an ideology. Because when Shehu, I think Shehu Sani, that's his name, one of the senators of the zoo, when he was interviewed, he was like, the difference between bandits and the terrorists is that the terrorists have ideologies that they are following, but the bandits are just there to make money. So the bandits can still be brought back. That's the whole ideology, that the bandits can still be brought back. But that's a lie. The bandits, or the so-called bandits, they are terrorists. The thing is that the terrorism was initially left just at a particular place. The terrorism was just at a particular place. But after a while, they found a way to spread further. Using the complaint or using the ideology of headsmen and all that they are headsmen and their cows are being killed and blah, 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 blah. So using that as an excuse, they chose to use, that is a strategy to spread all over the zoo. Because if you listen to what one of the so-called bandit leaders said, or as BBC put it, bandits, is it bandit war leaders, or how did they even put it? Now, if you look at what they did, one of them said that everybody's eating meat, everybody's drinking milk. So that is an opportunity, that is a way for them to spread all over. It is the same people, the same terrorism, the same ideology. The same people, the same people in government that have refused to fight Boko Haram, the same people in government that have refused to fight ISIS West African province, the same people in government that have refused to defeat these Boko Haram and that have refused to fight them decisively. The same people are still the same people sponsoring this particular ideology. All these things are properly organized. You must realize that. These are properly organized. These are people that have infiltrated the government of the zoo, because the government of the zoo is not only, people present there are not only Fulani. So, though Fulani, before Buhari died, he ensured that Fulani was heard in everything, and that is what they have maintained. But people that are still working with them, that still believe in the zoo, there are still some of them that are from Yoruba, some of them that are from different parts of Biafra land, some of them that are from the Middle Belt. And some of them are still deceived. They still think one way or the other, there is still hope, or we can still work it out somehow. So there is a deception. Even within the zoo army, the Nigerian army, there is a deception in which they are working with. They are not making everything open. You will see in the documentary, the local people are saying, give us guns, we can take care of these bandits, we can take care of these Fulani men. Give us guns, we can fight them. If the security cannot fight them, we can fight them. But no, would they give them? Of course not. Of course not, they won't. So because of this exposure, The Nigerian government is now screaming, why would BBC and is it Trust TV, why will they go and interview bandits? Why would they go and expose all these things? Because Nigeria is an empire of lies. They don't want any form of truth to be exposed. Any form of truth. Even though Britain do not have a reputation of telling the whole truth, but in this, there are some truths that was revealed in this documentary. And because some of these truths had to nail the Nigerian government, it exposed the Nigerian government, that the Nigerian government has been complicit in the terrorism that they have been crying about and asking for weapons and asking for money. The bandit leaders themselves made it very open, and they said that it is all about money. It is all business. They are making money from this terrorism. It is all about money. That is why they will allow the bandits to do whatever they want to do. Ask them to come over and do whatever they want to do. It is all about money. So it gives them the opportunity to ask for more, ask for more, ask for more. It gives them the opportunity to say, oh, we need to vote more money into security. And the more money you put into the zoo security, the less security you get. The more money, so that the people will be impoverished, and yet the people will not be allowed to go to their farms. Everything is all about making money for themselves and enriching themselves. That is what this is all about. Making money for themselves and enriching themselves. That is why late Dr. Obadiah Mailafia, a man from the Middle Belt, who was former CBN governor of the zoo called Nigeria, and he was once a presidential aspirant of the zoo, one of those that wanted to be president of the zoo. He was aspired for that position. This man was killed because of the truth that he revealed, and he was becoming too bold at revealing these truths. And considering who he is, his personality, you know, when people like us are talking, they'll say, where are they? Like they used to say before, they're all miscreants. Who are they? These are miscreants and all of that. That they used to call us. They are miscreants. Because we have not occupied, or we have not handled any position, any political position in the zoo before. That makes us miscreants. Okay, so I want you to hear from somebody that is not a miscreant. Because of the truth that this man said, they killed him. And he was very bold at telling the truth. Many people have listened to it, but I want us to listen to it again.
The secret to having a tool that satisfies any girl may be...
I want us to listen to this man to what he has to say.
In the rainforests of the South, they're everywhere. They told us and the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Did you hear that? One of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have.
Did you hear this? Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. But some people want us to believe that the bandits are different. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. It is the same terrorism, the same people. Continue,
a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown.
This is said that they have a sophisticated network. This is not an ordinary man talking. This is a former, a deputy governor of the CBN. This is not an ordinary man talking. It's not just from the masses. And he made it clear that he has access to certain information that the rest of the people may not have.
That one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will...
Please listen attentively about the phase 2 that he's talking about. Listen attentively. Don't miss this.
Go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan.
They will go to urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. You see why I said that all these people that try to expose our land, for these people to be killing our people because they are making money, all these people as well will be killed. It is in the plan. It is in the plan.
By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current.
Did you hear that?
No, they said
Current
one of them
governor
is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them. And they are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from...
Did you hear that? They are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. So those that are saying that the bandits are just people looking for money, that's a lie. They are terrorists. They have an ideology that they are working towards. They are not looking for money. They're not looking for money. They want to start a civil war in the zoo. What has made them not to have been able to accomplish this to the extent of going to pick prominent people, though they have been doing that in little form, but not in the magnitude that they have planned for 2022, is because of IPOB, the work that IPOB is doing, and the Eastern Security Network. And that is why they reached out to kidnapping our leader, disobeying all international laws, just to kidnap our leader so that they are going to achieve this goal so that they will achieve this goal. When you see the bandits say that, oh, they will kidnap Muhammadu Buhari, of course, the one wearing mask, because the real one is dead, and they will kidnap the Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai, what does that tell you? It is a sign. What they are trying to say, of course, I know maybe they might even go after these ones. It is all a game. They might go after these ones. They might kidnap the max wearer, and that will be an opportunity for the max wearer to disappear. So that, because there is no Buhari, there is nobody that will answer to all these claims, because now that United Nations are already involved and saying that it should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, give ransom and all of that. At the end of the day, they know that people will have to pay for their crimes. So there is nobody that will have to stand in question. So they have to find a way to make the mask wearer disappear. So of course, they are going to kidnap him, and they will tell us that he's dead. Or maybe as you have exposed this one, they will look for another strategy. Or maybe they will even attack him and shoot at sight and kill him with all the people that are moving with him. Kill the mask wearer, so that they will say that they have killed Buhari. Then as for El-Rufai, El-Rufai is the governor that my Lafia is talking about. It is Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna State. That is the person that this man is talking about. That is the commander of Boko Haram. He's the one. So that is why he is the other person that they are claiming that they are going to kidnap. Maybe what they are planning to do is to kidnap him and also make him disappear, so that he will not be available to answer to his crimes when the time comes. Because they are beginning to see it, that because they don't want to stop, they want to continue. So the man might just be somewhere else on the ground and continue to give his command, following his vision to take over the zoo. And all of them are working together. All of them are working hand in hand together. They're all working together. So BBC tried in exposing, in fact, BBC also exposed the fact that when the parents of the victims, those girls that were kidnapped and all of that, when the parents of these victims are complaining and throwing stones, the Nigerian military opened fire on them and killed them in their numbers. These are parents of victims. They were just throwing stones. Only stones. By right, the Nigerian military is supposed to be, if they were serious people, or it's not even military that is even supposed to go there. It's supposed to be the police. They are supposed to have there is this shield that the police usually go to stop stampede, or they can use water to chase people away. Why open fire on the innocent people that are already grieving? People that your incompetence have made them to lose their children, have made them to get their daughters have been raped. People that are grieving, you opened fire at them and killed scores of them. This is the first time that BBC is exposing the zoo in this manner. But that is to tell you that everything that we have been saying in IPOB, how these people have been killing us, it is just to prove the fact. All the while we've been carrying flag and protesting that what we want is Biafra. We cannot live with this kind of people. We cannot live with this kind of lifestyle. We want Biafra. We want to go. And what would they do? Open fire at us and kill us. They will open fire at us and kill us. That is what they've been doing. That is what they have been doing. So, another person, Governor Autumn, as well, Governor Autumn of Benue State, he is still a governor as we speak. He is still a governor. Okay? Because when some of these things are done, some people will say, oh, these people are this, these people are that. They are not telling us the truth. They just want to okay, they are IPOB propagandists. All they are saying is propaganda. It's not the truth. Blah 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 blah. But everything that we have said is absolutely nothing but the truth. Because even a sitting governor have confirmed that everything IPOB has been saying is nothing but the truth. Everything IPOB has been saying is nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Let me see if I can even find that video. The video is very popular. Many people have seen the video. But I am trying to see if I can find that video where the man was. Okay, maybe I'll play it later. So, even a sitting governor have told us that these people do not have plans for 2023. For those of you that are shouting, no, get your PVC, blah, blah, blah. Abuja is not safe. Is it not Abuja that Peter Obi wants to go and stay and be president? They are closing in on Abuja. And maybe before this year will run out, they'll actually run over Abuja. Because it is very, very obvious how they are closing in on Abuja. And they are very close. They are very, very close. Very soon, Abuja will be under the full control of the terrorists. And that is why we are telling them that they must release our leader. They cannot keep our leader in Abuja and be playing all these their games. They cannot use our leader and be playing these their games. UN have to review what they told the zoo. The 6 months is too far. 6 months is too far because we're not sure if Abuja will not fall to the hands of terrorists in these 6 months. Because the terrorists are closing in on Abuja. And no one can help. There is no help anywhere. There is no help because those that would have been able to help, they have sent all of them to Biafra land to kill innocent people. The Nigerian army are all in Biafra land. That is why you see what is happening. Because how it was before was that they were still using the Nigerian army. Because, this is deception. Okay? This is deception. And those in the army, they'll be using them to battle the bandits. So the bandits had people they were fighting that were keeping them busy. So they were using them to battle the bandits, and they were using that as an opportunity to ensure that they exterminate non-Fulani idealistic soldiers and policemen. So they were using them to battle the bandits, or rather the terrorists. because bandits, terrorists, all of them are all the same thing. So they are using them to battle these guys, using them to battle them, little by little, using them to battle them. But right now, they have shifted all of them to Biafra land, and that is why our leader said, he said that he knows that they will come. And when our leader was giving that warning, the warning was not to the Nigerian government. The warning was not to Fulani people, because Fulani people knew what they were doing. Fulani people were even waiting for the opportunity for us to put up any platform whatsoever to defend ourselves, so that they will have an opportunity to kill us. Yes, they were looking for an opportunity for us to put up a platform, a military or police system to defend ourselves, because what we have as the Eastern Security Network is actually a police, is a kind of police system, but not primarily to police our people, but to police our forest. That is what the Eastern Security Network is. The Eastern Security Network is not Biafran Army. It is to police our forest, to ensure that the terrorists are no more in our forest, because if the terrorists cannot settle in the forest, they cannot settle in the city. If they cannot settle in the forest, they can't come to the city to operate. So it is when they have taken over the forest, and that is their plan, that by 2022 they must have taken over all the forests in the zoo. Then they are now going to plunge into the cities, and they will call it a civil war. But it is not a civil war, it is a general massacre of indigenous people. That is what they were planning. Because when you talk about war, you talk about this place, they have their system, they have their structures, and they have what they can use to fight back. These other places have their systems, their structures, and they have what they can use to fight. So when they clash, it becomes a war. That is why 1967 to 70 is not considered war. We don't consider it war, it's a genocide. Because the world didn't even give us the opportunity to even purchase weapons for us to defend our land. It was a genocide. We had nothing to fight with. And that is exactly what the Fulani wants to do to every indigenous people in the zoo. Even though the Eastern Security Network don't even have enough, but we are fighting them. At least we have the structures, we have the system. And it's not possible for them to defeat us. It's not possible for them to defeat us. And because of the Eastern Security Network, that is why it is as if they have not been able to do what they want to do. But Abuja is not safe. They know that if they allow elections to take place, they allow everything to go the way that people expect. You do your elections and all of that. The people mostly in Biafra land, the Eastern Security Network will still be there to defend our land. They don't want any of such. They want a total takeover. Totally take over the system. An overhaul of the system. It's not this one that one politician somewhere can still speak, can still ask one question. No, that's not what they want. That's not what the Fulani wants. That is not at all what the Fulani wants. And right now, as we speak, the government of the zoo has already ordered that all schools, whether private or public schools in Abuja, be shut down for now. And I'm telling you, those schools may not open in the nearest future. They have shut down schools So if you're living in Abuja or you have your children in schools in Abuja, you have to move them right now, because till next year, till 2023, schools are not going to open. You have to move them to other cities. Let them continue their schooling there. Nasarawa State has joined. Nasarawa State is a state that is very close to Abuja. Nasarawa State as well have shut down schools, both public and private schools. Why? The terrorists are closing in. The terrorists are they are there. They are in Abuja. They are closing in on Abuja. They are closing in on Abuja. The terrorists are already there. Our leader told them that while you come to Biafra land to kill our innocent people, the terrorists will take over the north. Our leader was not warning the Fulani. No. Because the Fulani, that is their mission. They want to take over everywhere, the north, the south, the east, the west. But why did he make such a statement? He was warning the soldiers that are following orders that they are not supposed to follow. Now, while you are following these people, following their order, thinking that you are just there for the money, you are just there for the salary, they, on the other hand, will use the terrorists that you are defending, because when you come to Biafra land, all you are coming to do as a soldier or as a police is to defend terrorism. Because there is no terrorism in Biafra land. All you are coming to Biafra land to do is to defend terrorism. In case you don't know, you are coming in defense of terrorism. Because the people you are coming to fight are the same people that are fighting terrorism. You saw the terrorists in the north. They've been killing you in the north because your government is complicit. Your government exposed you. Your government will refuse to give you weapons, and they will give the weapons to the terrorists. And they will ask you to go and fight, and they will give information to the terrorists where you are. The terrorists will come and they will massacre you. The war is not just. It's not a justified war. But foolish you, foolish soldiers, when they will send you to the north and massacre you, you know that your commanders are complicit, that they are working with Boko Haram. You know. But when they tell you, go to East, go and fight Eastern Security Network, kill all of them, you will say, yes, sir, you will go. You will go. Now, what is happening? Do you think by the time Abuja is taken, that your own communities will be safe? The military strategy is very simple. Cut off the head and the ships will scatter. That is why they are going after Abuja. If Abuja is taken today, the only place that there will be resistance is Biafra land. Because we have a formidable system to resist them. Because when they take over Abuja, they will now have control and command of the Nigerian army. The terrorists will have direct command of the Nigerian army. And those of you that are in the Nigerian army that are thinking that, oh, you're fighting against terrorism, your eyes will be clear. You will now see it clearly that your commanders and the terrorists have always been one and the same. They have always been one and the same, following one and the same goal. Look at when those so-called bandits, leaders, look at what they are saying. What those people are saying, what the excuses they are giving, the complaints they are talking about, is it not the same complaints that the politicians, the Fulani politicians are saying that they need Ruga to settle these men? Is it not the same excuse? What does that tell you? One and the same ideology, one and the same goal. They have all been working together. and you are the ones that have been fooled. We in IPOB were not fooled. And all these governors, well, the only thing that will still save you is Eastern Security Network. That is the only saving grace, because some of you are in Biafra land, and we definitely will not be going after our own when the enemies have even become stronger and more strengthened. When Biafra comes, all of you will be tried. But for now, you're not our targets. Our focus is to ensure that our land is safe. But if you're able to succeed in any place in Biafra land, maybe before the Eastern Security Network is able to push them out, when the time comes when they are taking out notable people, they will come for you and eliminate you. You see what Malaifa said? When Malaifa said this thing, that their mission is to ensure that they go after prominent men and kill them. When Malaifa was making this statement, the late husband of the Anambra woman, the Anambra man that was killed, whose wife did so well, the man that was killed had not been killed. So that is to let you know that the people that killed all those prominent people in Biafra land are not the Eastern Security Network. Neither are they local people. All these are in the plan and the strategies of the Fulani. They'll go after prominent people. Why do they want to go after prominent people? Because it is prominent people that will talk, and the world will not call them miscreants. As Obadiah Malaifa is speaking, nobody can call him miscreant. Nobody can call him a propagandist, because he's one of the prominent people, or he was one of the prominent people in the zoo. You cannot call him a miscreant. It is school for thoughts. But when we have been saying all these things, they say, oh, those people, they just want Biafra, so they want to blackmail Nigeria and all of that. It is Nigeria that has been trying to blackmail us. All we've been saying is the truth. And we want Biafra restored, not because we want anybody to be destroyed, but because we must look out for ourselves. We must look out for ourselves. And we hold no trust, we hold no confidence in people outside our land, in people outside our people. Our confidence that people will save us, people can defend us, are only when our people are independent. When we are independent and we know that we do not have any people from other places infiltrating us, it is only us. We know how to handle ourselves. No Biafran can bring terrorism to Biafra land when Biafra is a sovereign country. Most of the reason why some of us are doing what we're doing, it is because we saw all these things coming from time immemorial. We saw it early. And we say, we're not going to allow terrorism into our land. And because we cannot allow terrorism into our land, we must restore Biafra. After all, the Nigeria has never been good for us. It has never been good to us. We have been enduring Nigeria, even though we have never been Nigerians. Nigeria was forced upon us. We have been enduring. We tried to leave because they were killing us. They killed us more. And we chose to continue to endure. But it has gotten to the point where we can no longer endure. How do you expect us to continue to endure? You have been killing us. If we talk, you kill us. If we refuse to talk, you will still kill us. So now we have chosen to talk. If we die talking, no problem. Dr. Obadiah Malaifa is dead today, but his voice is still loud. After all, everybody would die. His people are likely to be saved. There is a chance because he spoke out. Because he spoke out. But there are some other people that knows what he knows, but because they love money more than they love themselves, they love money more than they love the survival of their people, they will choose to keep quiet and play politics and tell you to go and take your PVC, to go and vote, and all those rubbish. But we are not going to tell you that. We are going to tell you the blunt truth. There is no hope for Abuja. Abuja is gone. Abuja is gone and there is no coming back. In fact, you must know, for some of you that are shouting, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, you must know that the more you're shouting Peter Obi, the more these terrorists will be increasing their energy to take over Abuja. So that maybe one way or the other, let your Peter Obi not come and win. Then Peter Obi will now sit in that place and dislodge every terrorism. Because Peter Obi is a Biafran. He may not like his people. Because me, I don't see him as somebody that like his people or that love his people. Yes, I don't see Peter Obi as somebody that love his people, because if you love your people, you will not be asking us to continue to live in the zoo. If you love your people, you won't ask us to continue to live in the zoo. You just love yourself. You want to be president. Of course, I know. But I know that Peter Obi may not love his people, but he's not a terrorist. He will not condone their terrorism. So, you think Fulani that have everything under their control right now, everything under their control, will now relinquish power to Peter Obi? Who is deceiving you? Who is deceiving you? They want to take over Abuja so that there will be no election, there will be no Peter Obi, there will be no Tinubu or whatever. They don't need anybody to come and slow their pace. They are at it. They are very, very close. If not for IPOB, by now we are going to be saying a different story altogether. A whole different story, I'm telling you. If not for IPOB, and if not for the Eastern Security Network, we are going to be saying a whole different story right now. Because Fulani are everywhere. In Biafra land, they are there, mostly in the coastlines of Biafra. They are doing all the menial jobs. And they are not there for nothing. They are there, they are the ones doing bunkery and all that. Polluting our land. They are there. Studying everywhere, so that when it is time, it will be very, very easy to launch attack. So when they tell you that the bandits and the so-called Boko Haram and ISIS West African province are all the same thing. In fact, right now, Boko Haram have been swallowed up by ISIS West African province. And while you see that, they talk about bandits. Banditry is the ideology of ISIS West African province, because the whole mission, they saw that Boko Haram failed. The Boko Haram ideology of terrorism, it failed. Okay, so because the Boko Haram ideology failed, they now imbibed the ideology of ISIS West African province, and that is what the whole zoo is suffering right now. Just which day Owo was attacked again, they repeated the attack at Owo, and they are promised to attack Lagos. You think they are not in Lagos? They are promised to attack Lagos. Where will Tinubu run to? Tinubu, that smart thing, he has run away. NSAS, Tinubu ran away and was denied that he did not run. He wants to be president, but he doesn't want to tell the truth. All these things, BBC is complicit. They did what they did just to show to the world that, oh, what we've been accusing them of is not true. But why did they wait till this time when all hope is lost? Why did they wait till this time when the bandits and the terrorists are everywhere in the zoo? When they have taken over everything? Of what use is the documentary of BBC right now? Will this documentary save the people? All the while we've been shouting the Nigerian government has been killing us. Has BBC ever, for once, acknowledged that what we are saying is the truth? Instead, we are the ones that is their problem. They are after us. They want to blackmail us at every opportunity. BBC, the United Kingdom, is complicit in this. They are complicit in the terrorism of the zoo because they kept quiet for too long. They kept quiet for too long. Today, they are sending people to do documentary about banditry, terrorism in the zoo, when the people have already taken over everywhere, when they are already massively strong. If the United Kingdom want to retain their name, I know what the United Kingdom wants to do. They want to see how they can retain their zoo. They want to retain their zoo. They are fighting hard to ensure that the zoo continues the way it is. And that is why they have kept quiet for too long. If Fulani can take over everywhere and continue to work with Britain and give them what they want, Britain doesn't care. They don't care about the people. Britain going to do this documentary is because of the exposures we have been exposing them. It's because we have been calling them out and exposing them. The broadcast I did calling Britain out, YouTube, Facebook, all of them, they're after me. When I said, the one I titled Confronting the British Empire. Why won't we confront them? Why not? When all they do is to try to blackmail us. If you want to retain your name, if you want to have a good name, allow the individual, the constituent nations that you put together to create the zoo, allow everyone to go their separate ways. Let us go. That is when we are going to know that you have tried. And we are going to see how we can forgive you for all the atrocities that you have committed and the atrocities that you have allowed on our land. But this documentary is a good steps in the right direction. Is a good steps in the right direction, but you must take your hands away and continue to expose the zoo. And you must recognize independent or constituent states that you first. You must recognize Biafra. You must recognize Oodua. You must recognize the Middle Belt. You must recognize these nations. You must tell the world the atrocities you committed. You must let the world know that Nigeria is not one people. These are truths that Britain knows, and Britain must let the world know. That is the only way you can redeem yourself if ever you want to. But just doing documentary about the terrorism is not enough. Even though that documentary in itself, one way or the other, is a little bit deceptive, but at least it exposes the zoo on some issues. It exposes the zoo. And that is why the zoo is not happy. That's why they are saying, oh, we must sanction BBC. We must do this. We must do that. We must do this. So at this moment, we shall be opening the lines. We shall be opening the lines so that those that want to call will be able to call through. If you want to call, the lines are open so that you can call and give your contribution to today's program. The lines are open. For those that are joining us for the first time, I will be calling the lines. You can call us on Signal. You can call us on WhatsApp. You can also call us on Skype. And when you are calling, you keep calling. Because if somebody is on, I will not be able to pick your call. You just keep calling until the line is free and I'll be able to pick your call. Maybe when that person drops and your call is there, I'll take your call. The line to call on Signal is +45 71 64 59 62. +45 71 64 59 62. Then the lines to call on WhatsApp is +48 73 96 45 829. +48 73 96 45 829. Then the lines to call the Skype ID is Radio Biafra VOC. Radio-Biafra VOC. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. And please do not forget you have 3 minutes for your contribution so that others can also call.
Thank you very much. Thank you also for trying to keep us to the time, because sometimes when you are talking, you forget yourself and you say it all at once. But you can't say it all at once. My dear brother, good morning to you. My name is Desmond and I'm calling from Italy. This morning, what I want to do is just to test what you have been saying. Our people understand that what we are doing is trying to orientate and make our people understand the dangers ahead, and for the need for us to defend our land, and for the need for us to continue whatever thing we are doing that is yielding positive results in this our quest to be free. So in keeping to this standard, Mazi, I would now like to give out these numbers to my IPOB national body of Italy, signed by IPOB national coordinator, and it is for Biafrans in Europe. Please, if you are a Biafran in Europe, not IPOB family members, Biafrans who wish to support ESN, who wish to support the defense of the land of Biafra, who wish to see that Fulani leave our land, terrorists leave our land, and who also want our mothers to go to our country safe and alive. You call this number. As long as you're a Biafran and you're in Italy, you will be directed on how to support ESN through the appropriate and right channel. These numbers are on WhatsApp and also on Signal. The first number is +39 35100 46055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. The second is +39 371 3044902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Please know you that these numbers are not inquiry numbers. They are just numbers that will direct you on how to support ESN appropriately, whatever is now. We don't want people saying we are confused. We don't know the original. They are fake. Giving your money to those people who are not worthy, who are fighting against what you are doing. Please and please give your money through the right channel approved by HODDOS. It is very, very important because the land of Biafra must be defended. Mazita Rinemi, I don't know what to add to what you said because you said everything. Sometimes it is also good to let our people understand that whatever thing we are doing as directed by HODDOS is leading us closer to Biafra. So we must continue. Like they call for BBC, you can see from your explanation, you saw what it has been able to achieve, which is not, but then at least they have been able to expose Nigeria for what it is. And for BBC to interview a terrorist, it means they are reachable. So why is Nigeria government not arresting them? Not even one Fulani terrorist that is in detention or under trial. But our leader is being persecuted. Our leader was extraordinary rendition and persecuted for doing nothing, for seeking for referendum. So this is to show the world what Nigeria has become. So our demand is unconditional release of our leader, referendum, and we are going to take our freedom. So that is so, Mazi. Thank you very much. And Chukwuemeka bless you from here.
Ise. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. And please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Please do not forget. Can you hear me? Hello, your name and where you're calling from. Please, and the world is listening. This is a challenge, and sometimes some people will call. They seem not to even know that their calls have been picked, and that is a problem. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Obasina is on the line.
Yes.
Yeah, Obasina.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Right on. The world is listening to you.
Obasinachi calling you from Biafra land. Obasinachi calling you from Biafra land, sir. My African rep, thank you for the broadcast this morning. And I must have to commend you. I know you are hearing me. So what I'm saying is that thank God for the efforts. I can hear you. Thank God. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank God for the efforts you people are putting. So what I'm saying is that the effort that we are putting up is putting up a lot of and what I'm saying is that we need to sustain the tempo, because BBC will later acknowledge the fact that they have oppressed the innocent people as against supporting the oppressors. So what I'm saying is that we need to sustain the tempo. We need to do everything we can in order to free ourselves from the shackles of British shackles. whether they like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released from their shackles. The DSS must release our leader, whether they like it or not. And if they are talking about election or no election, that is their own business. What we want is absolute freedom.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Right on.
Okay, sir. My friend, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and direct, and the world is listening.
My friend, Udo Chukwu Okike Abịama, the God of heaven and earth. May his peace remain upon you.
You see?
And you will see your fatherland.
You see?
That friends all over the world. Udo Chukwu Okike Abịama, oke ebube bi n'eluigwe, udo adịrị niile, and remain for me them. We just we are seeing it. All here is Jaka Metero one because I am not. We Biafrans, we have eyes but we cannot, and we have ears but we cannot hear. You see, just what we are seeing now. This one may be beside the governor, I will be bishop, I will be father. Nigeria is completely gone. This rain that want to fall, nobody, everybody will. Our leader said it. Are we here to joke? Our leader said it, koro koro. But to Chukwu Okike Abịama, you see this wonderful God, this powerful, wonderful God that owns this earth, he is fully in charge. And what the Fulani is about to end on this earth. I'm telling you, the African rep, you see this Fulani, if they like, but anything where they like, and when they will know they shake. Where we are waiting for them is our leader, United Nations. See, that is most in the plea for United Nations. My Africa is the plea for United. Joe Biden, now the number one of the whole world. He knows what is happening here in Nigeria. Very soon, they will understand that even him himself is not safe. Because what wants to happen in Nigeria, Americans, I'm telling you, Joe Biden will understand. You saw our leader Nnamdi Kanu. If Fulani bring our leader out today, we see any scratch on the body of our leader. Then we start our own. We start out there, immediately we start our own. They begin to see our madness. When Fulani touch our leader now, Fulani they craze. Because our leader they shake. That's Biafra all over the world. Everybody here it yesterday. One of the DOS member. Even I can't enter. Okay, now one day dead. More work at church can't go up in any like a dead and I would go to them on a bottle of Quenga. But to do one day the que. Instead of getting a cacao of the dead, they are or Mom in Nana. Yanoga, we have Brunemekole. Mother. You believe in Namekula. I can't tell them you don't care. We are whiter than water. The Biafra is destiny. That nobody on this earth can stop Biafra. Can't keep away. Where are you coming? Nobody don't want to be of America. That place you are. So you want to live with them. More than work a trash car. That I'm not going to now. I mean, that's the talk do I bring up from. That will see our madness life. Then I think there's a scripture I said those chapter. And I said those chapter 30. Every verse is important. Then Deuteronomy chapter 5, and the same Deuteronomy chapter 6. Then every verse is important. We are the children of Chukwu Okike Abịama. How many years are there? No one there is not Chukwu Okike Abịama. Now I say, I been the children of Chukwu Okike Abịama to say, can say father. Bishop, pastor, now my friend, I gonna get for child that I. What my mom called the name Lamonke. Then I think it doesn't. Then I woman. Then I think I will go over. I'll try to get my wala. Just to judge woman, like, okay, you're not town. Ebu sukwana onye ọbụla ị ga-ala azụ o chukwu ka disentence asị m na arụrụ na-aka ebe ya nọ ama ga jụọ onye eze ụmụ ọwa obi a oke tikwechi na ele ya ihe ọbụla nwunye gbasatara obi a na mgburu ahụ ya wetara ya ebe ahụ kwala desa ewu kwanye nọ ichesa ụka dekwa ya ede ọ na ọhụ na ọma nkewe eziokwu kpata onye ụkwara ụmụ ọwa dị ga maka ihe abịa ga clearance nonsense. Okay, we will go to Paul. The man named Maru Pala, who the motor bawari. The call for no. Can make Shona? Prota, Couple of men in Shike so good letter. That thing, the call from not Marcus Mazama, kind of Hagafu, it's regular. The Qualagon guy, yeah, I was saying, none of the time I had the apple that I time, 80. Ala mmiri kwe ho n'aka n'orie n'afọ na nkwo ya oje ọkọnkọ ọgbem na Africa rep dey come black rice.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you very much. Hello, the caller from Signal. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. Please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Try to keep to time.
Good morning, my African rep.
Good morning, my brother.
My name is Mazi Fanyi. I'm calling for my location. As African rep, I don't need to, eat much of your time. But what I want to tell our people is this, that let them not hear or not say that we did not warn them if anything happened to our leader. We, the new generation of Biafran agitators under IPOD can never spare any one of them if anything happened to our leader. You governors of the Southeast region, if anything happened to our leader, you and your family can never go free.
Hello, it seems he's battling with a little network challenge. Let me see if I can take this call from... Hello, the caller from Skype. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. And please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Hello, the caller from Skype, are you there? He's on, but it seems he doesn't know that he's on. The caller from Signal.
Hello, Mazi.
Okay, yes, it seems you were having some technical issues. Continue.
Yes, it's a Zoom network.
Okay.
So, Maz, what I'm trying to our so past leaders, if they are, do as if that they are not,
The network is still disturbing. The network is still disturbing. Hello, the caller from Skype. Your name and where you calling from? Good morning. Are you? Yeah, right on. Right on. Your name, where you calling from? Right on. The world is listening. Hello? Are you there? This is your last chance. The world is listening to you. Please, ride on. Ride on. That's what I said. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a pity. We have to take the caller from WhatsApp. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Mazi. This is Mazi Gochukwu. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, right on, Mazi Gochukwu.
Are you getting me?
I can get you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Good morning to our leader. Oh, thank you. Good morning to our leader, the great man, the prophet of our time. And good morning to all the members of DOS. Wherever you are listening this morning, good morning to you. My name is Mazi Gochukwu from Liberia. Thank you. According to what the news that you read, one thing about this country, that
the contraption.
People are, are you getting me?
Yeah, right on. I can.
Many people today are scared. Ask some governors, all the government, they don't want to tell the truth. And these are the things that our leader is talking. Our leader, he's not going to, support this because they will never tell the truth. The case in Biafra land is happening in Abuja. If they thoroughly succeeded to take over the Abuja, they have taken over that country called Nigeria. That's one thing that we need to know, and that's one thing that we are fighting against. Release our leader right now because you don't give 6 months, and let me say it, 6 months is too much. Let them in 2 months or 3 months, let them release that before Christmas, because the plans of the bandit, the plans of the Boko Haram is to take over Abuja. They have taken over that Abuja. They have taken over the whole country. And these are their plans. So our leader must be released now. The UN should hear us. We are not waiting for 6 months. We are waiting. Let them give 2 months or 3 months. Let our leader be released. Because what is happening? What is shown on the wall is the bandits won't take over that country. So our people in Biafra land, let us be vigilant. Supporting ESN is one thing because these guys are doing well for us. Look at governor of Ondo State. He say it, and he said that the Nigerians know what is happening. Buhari, truly speaking, no, there is no Buhari. We know that. All the Biafrans know there is no Buhari. That man that showing himself as but that man is Buhari. I think that time is going to prove them wrong, and they know there's no Buhari. One day we hear they have kidnapped Buhari and they will keep that person. There's no Buhari. Let us know this. So let our people be vigilant. Let our people be vigilant. This restoration of Biafra is one thing. We have entered into the different level. The level that we are entering now is more than in 2020 and 2021. We have entered another level in restoration of Biafra. Let our people be obedient. When we tell them stop, let them stop. When we tell them move, let them move, because it's what the world want to hear. So I'm urging our people in Biafra and let us sponsor ESN. These guys are doing well for us. They are protecting our land. Their work is to protect our bush. When the enemy occupy your bush, they have occupied you. So the land of ESN is to protect our bush. They are doing it well and well. And the Fulanis know they are doing it. Remember, the news supporting online killings of cows. These are their work. Killings of cows. We don't want Fulani bushes. Let them go back to where they come from. These people don't come from stabilized country. Look at some of them come from Burundi. Also, all sorts of countries that are not stabilized. So they won't take over your country, and you are there. You're not doing anything. Self-defense is your right. Self-defense is your right. I'm urging our people to defend your life. Buy anything to defend your life. The enemies are near your door. The enemies are in Nigeria right now. Those people that don't go free. Those people that go free in Abuja this day. These people are their people, and they have given them gun. to go and shoot in Abuja. They have given them everything to go and fight, and these are the reason why they go free them. So our people, let us ask people, those people, our people in Abuja, be vigilant. It better you go in there, because Abuja is not safe. Abuja, as I speak to you, Abuja is not safe. I want our people to believe what we are fighting for is the freedom of our people. So I'm urging our people to be vigilant in Abuja. Be vigilant. It better you go in Biafra land and be safe than to be in Abuja where you are not safe. So thank you, Maz, and God bless you for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you. We must continue. Let me see if I can take this call from Skype. Hello, the caller on Skype. Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello, the caller on Skype. Can you hear me? The caller on Skype, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? I don't really get this. Hello? Hello, caller on signal.
Hello?
Yes, you have been calling and having some challenges. Have you
that's
taken care of the network?
Yeah, I think, Maz, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Maz, what I want to say, I'm very, very angry. I'm annoyed, to tell you the facts. And my annoyance goes to our so-called leaders, our governors, our senators. The hour has come. I could remember when our leader went to US and talked to our people, World Igbo Congress, and they asked them a question that I can never forget in my life. Even to assist so that our people will be safe from the hand of these murderers, these bloodsuckers. I know what they reply to our leader. I hope they are seeing what is happening. If anything happened to our leader, for God who made me, we were the new generation of this freedom fighter. We were the new generation of freedom fighter in this our generation.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning, African Rep. I greet you from Austria. My name is Austin Ekerekosu. I greet you. I greet Biafrans all over the world. Thank you very much for your good work. Thank you for the message. What I want our people to understand is very simple. You know, the Zoo government, the Nigerian government, the Fulani-led government are aware of everything that is happening. And the earlier our people understand this threat, understand this mission, the better for us all. Why am I saying this? What Melifia Obadiah said, he said that they have enough money and that during the lockdown they were moving logistics, moving weapons, moving money everywhere, and that they are everywhere. And this is very, very correct, because this thing they call the presidency are part of this whole plan. They have it enough. Most of the expenditures in that zoo, you hear them, they say they feed children. School children were fed within 1 week, with about 850 billion naira. All this money goes to this terrorist, this same agenda. Since all these recent happenings, we have never been hearing from Sheikh Gumi. Nobody is hearing from Sheikh Gumi. He is quiet while all these operations are going on. And one thing we should also understand is that this federal government, this Buhari-led government, this government led by the presidency, Buhari, we all know that it does not exist. And because Buhari does not exist, those political elites who also know that Buhari does not exist, but they don't have the balls to come out and say, this is why we are having this problem. You know, they're just looking on. They have refused to come out to speak. So our people have to understand this, that this presidency, they want to hand over to the terrorists. You know, the Afghanistan, what happened in Afghanistan, you know, for the presidency, a way to replicate what actually happened in Afghanistan. But how do they go about this? How they want to go about it is their problem. You know, but they are trying the much they can to see how they will advance and get to Aso Rock. So all this that is happening within Abuja, you know, they have surrounded Abuja actually. Now, can somebody explain to me that we have the Air Force base in Abuja, we have the Army base in Abuja, not even one battalion, they have different army areas in Abuja there. But still, the terrorists could move around Abuja territory and carry out operations without being repelled. The only thing we hear is that the army or the police have been sent there to bring this situation under control. So now these people, they know what they are doing. They are they are planning, but because they are illiterate, I will say, they believe in carrying out actions, believing that putting fear into the people is the only way they can use in achieving this agenda. So what they are doing is to continue to put fear and continue to try to see if they can actually carry out this now, you see where they have they kill bandits. You see where the victims of those who were kidnapped, you know, are being killed. They kill them, and the families could not even come out to say, you know, they don't give the family the opportunity to bring out the people. Now, this government, they are aware and they know where the bandits are. But because the army aiding these bandits, that's why you can see them, you know, coming out and operate without being interrupted. That doesn't become already without that can and for now. Also thank God that Kanu is not out there because they will now use certain things. Now people like should come people. I want about what is to come. And you know, what and I still believe that that will be the problem of Nigeria and back to the country. Then dream it because of 23 will if happens and will be the day that will be the president of Nigeria, then they should never be. So
sorry, your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Can you hear me? Your voice is breaking, and try to round up because of our time so that we can take more calls.
So I think I will end up now, and may God bless us all. May God bless us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, the caller on Signal. Oh. Seems that the network is challenging over there. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Try to meet up with time.
Yeah, Mas, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
Yes, Mas, my name is Paul, calling from Gabon. Mas, good morning, African rep. May your days belong.
You see? You see?
Yes, Mas, first of all, I'm calling the Almighty Father to protect our leader, Mazen Nandekalo, because the Lord Almighty sent him for this job. At least everybody can see it now. All Biafrans around the world can see that Mazen Nandekalo was sent by the Almighty Father. Everything Mazen Nandekalo has been said, has been shouting for a long time now, all of them has been done in the zoo. So to show you that our leader Mazen Nandekalo was sent by the Almighty Father, and our leader must be protected. I'm calling all the senators, all the whole House of Rep in the zoo, in the Biafrans to rise up now to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. But I want to tell them that even if you enter inside the ocean, you and your family will not be saved. We want our leader Nnamdi Kanu to be released immediate effect now. And please, I'm appealing to United Nations, EU, to rise up to their responsibilities. The government in place, this is a terrorist government. This is not government. This is it. Nigerian government is the terrorist. United Nations must rise up now. Must step in. United because Nigerian government this zoo violated the international community law. They violated the United Nations law. So United Nations must stand up, step in immediate effect without any delay. Because people are dying in Nigeria. People are dying in the zoo. People are dying in Biafra land. And I'm calling the leadership of IPOB to rise up and make sure that we, IPOB around the world, we rise up again for the protest. Our protest must rise up now, especially when the United Nations has been giving ultimatum to the zoo to release our leader. Up to now, I don't know what they're waiting for. Abuja has been taken on by this Janjaweed. Forget this about calling about PVC or B. They know what they are doing. They know that Peter Obi will not go there. They know that they will not give that asset to any woman. They know it because they have been taking over Abuja, taking over the zoo. I'm calling all IPOB around the world to rise up. Our protest now, we must rise up to protest. We must rise up to demand the United Nations to step in immediately. So please, I'm calling all IPOB around the world. The leadership are doing very, very marvelous job, and they must continue doing the job. They must continue calling IPOB, all coordinators around the world to rise up now. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, must be released. United Nations must step in. Please, United Nations. Please, European Union. Everybody must step in. Therefore, people are dying. So we must rise up for our responsibility, and the United Nations must rise up. So please, all those elders call themselves elders in Biafra land, and organize it. You people are keeping mute now. You people are keeping mute. You people are not. You people don't have any mouth to talk again, because you people have been pursuing money while your children are dying. Shame to all of you. And I want you people, if people know what is good, as you people go to Kenya to revision our leader and hand over to the zoo, go there now, please, to that Janjaweed to release our leader. We cannot allow something bad or anything to happen to our leader. Please, Abuja is over. Abuja is over. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, the caller on Signal. Good morning. Welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. And please, you have 3 minutes for a contribution.
Hello, my African rep. Good morning, good morning, good morning. May your day.
Oh, seem to be fighting with network challenge. Seem to be fighting with network challenge. I hope we are able to get him back. We just lost him. I hope he's going to call back. Some people that have been trying to communicate through Signal, it has been quite challenging today. Hello?
Hello, my brother, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from? Hello, can you hear me? Your name and where you calling from? Your name, where you calling from, and don't forget you have 3 minutes, please.
Are you talking to me on Signal, my brother?
I am talking to you on Signal. Please ride on.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon, dear friends and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukwumada Abuchi, and I'm calling you from the Netherlands. So, thank you very much.
Wow. Another challenge with a signal call. This is becoming repeated. Another challenge with a signal call. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Are you talking to me on Signal, my brother?
I am talking to you on Signal. Please ride on. Please.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Put off your radio sets. You are listening to the radio when you're supposed to be listening to me. He's rather listening to the radio. Hello, are you there? Can you hear me now? Our caller on Skype. You have been trying to call. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm asking if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me, your name, where you calling from, and ride on with your message.
Yeah, I can hear you. On your garden, man, boy. I want to thank you people for the good work you people are doing for us. And without you people, we can never be. Following a lead from John F. Mbiti's quote, he said, I am because we are. And since we are, therefore I am. I want to thank you people for the pressure you people are mounting. Thank God that the BBC call is yielding enormous results, whether they like it or not. But what I want to beg us is, let us sustain the tempo and the pressure. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu will always be free, whether they like it or not. And as a matter of fact, Nnamdi Kanu is my own personal Lord and Savior after Jesus Christ. He has done what no man has been able to do. And let them not tamper with that man. Jesus Christ came to save the world. But Nnamdi Kanu came to save the Biafrans. And the people that he has come to save are not willing to let him go. Jesus must have died on the cross. But Nnamdi Kanu will not die in DSS custody.
You see?
Or John. Neither will we allow him to perish like that. Jesus Christ came for every part of the world. Nnamdi Kanu came for us. And as a Moses and Joshua of our time, we implore everyone listening to us now to know that that man's blood should not be spilled. Whether they are doing all their shenanigans and their political subterfuges to tell us that terrorists have surrendered Abuja, we don't want to know. The point we are making here is this. Let nothing happen to that man. He is not Jesus. He is our own Joshua. He is not even our Moses. He is our Joshua. Let them be very, very careful to protect him. And I want to thank God that they did not send him to the Kuje prison. Thank God for the foolishness and stupidity of the judiciary for not sending him there. And above all, we have seen that there was divine hand in operation, an unseen hand working to preserve the life of that unique personality. I may call him an avatar of our time. So, in as much as they did not send him there, and they went there to attack the prison, thinking that he is there, or maybe they are not sure, or maybe they are trying to know whether he is there, and eventually he was not there. Let the DSS do everything within their own power to preserve that man. And I want to thank you, my African rep. Your submission this morning was too wonderful. That was why the line was too busy, that we cannot even contain it. But all I'm doing is to lend my own voice to say, life has no meaning without Nnamdi Kanu. Life is useless without Nnamdi Kanu. And if life will ever have a meaning, we need to see him. And he must be the person that will lead us into Biafra. God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, will make it to happen so. We are all watching and we are all waiting. Nnamdi Kanu has mobilized some armies that people don't know. Volunteers are on the ground. People are willing to lay down their lives. Life has no meaning. I'm telling you, it is only one bullet, then everybody goes home. But I pray that in as much as my own life may be taken, in order to change it for the life of Nnamdi Kanu, let him be there, because if he's there, my unborn generation and my children yet, that are yet to come will have a better place and a better stake in the present day Biafra. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. They should allow us to be ourselves. Let us redefine our lives. Let us take our destiny into our hands. It is not something too much to ask for. The team that is coming up with their investigation, going into the den of the terrorist groups and the commanders, the Nigerian government feels ignorance that they don't know where they are. But British have just succeeded in telling the world that if Nigeria is serious with knowing who they are and their location, they can actually get there. They are not operating outside the shores of Nigeria. They are operating inside Nigeria. Tell me any sensible government that will allow terrorist groups to be operating within the shores of their country and they cannot fish them out. My African, do you know one funny thing?
Tell me.
Do you know one funny thing? I called somebody living in Abuja yesterday, and I told the person that I heard that terrorists have surrendered Abuja. You know what the person said? He said, yes. And I asked the person, what are you people doing? He said, we are praying and believing that God will save them. I wonder I wonder who did this to us. You said that terrorists have surrendered Abuja, and then you are praying to God. When America is busy building the best armament, arms, ammunition, collecting them, putting them in their own custody for use in case of any eventuality. But in Nigeria, you are praying that God in heaven will intervene. When God has given us wisdom, when God has given us understanding, when God has made everything available to us for us to save ourselves, you are telling me that you are asking God in heaven, who you don't even know his face and what he looks like, to come and save you, when you know that God is controlling billions of a lot of billions and ions of a creation that he has made. And Nigeria insignificantly is saying that they are praying to God. When will God answer their prayer? What I'm saying is this: I am ready to lay down my life and my children. Anytime I'm playing Radio Biafra's station in my radio and everywhere, I used to tell them, you people are not Nigerians. Nigeria is just a subterfuge. Nigeria is just a contraption concocted by the British people to subjugate us and keep us underneath. You people are not Nigerians. Get it into your head. We are all Biafrans, even though we were conquered for a while. But eventually, by the grace of God, we will conquer. And that grace can only work when we stand up as a people, pick up arms, and are determined to defend our people. My prayer is this: if Nigerian government knows what is good for them, let them do everything, even if 100 persons, 100 persons will die in instance of Mazin Kano's life. Let them give the people are worthless, but let that is an avatar sent by for this purpose of liberation is preserved. I want to rest my case. Thank you for picking my call. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And this brings us to the end of today's program. I am sorry for those that were not able to take your calls, or those that network was giving you challenge when we picked your calls. I'm sorry, but we must continue. Thank you very much for listening. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. My name is Kumawe Tarinemi. Thank you very much, and God bless you.